direct aim at some unions. The retail giant is accusing some labor unions of ramping up recent walkouts and strikes by some Walmart workers. And some of those employees have been rallying for months, complaining about unfair working conditions, and they plan to walk off the job on Black Friday, which, of course, is the busiest shopping day of the year. Now, this is a pretty small percentage of them, so bear that in mind. But now Walmart is taking legal action to stop even that. Let's bring in our legal panel. Joey Jackson, defense attorney, former prosecutor. David Schwartz, also defense attorney and former prosecutor.
Thank you.
Joey, let's begin with you.
Yes.
And a couple of fundamentals here. Now, first of all, the largest retailer in the world, Walmart.
100%.
Here in the U.S., it has no union workers. That angers some of the unions who have organized some of these protests. And look, they have a First Amendment right to protest, but you have to do it within the law.
You do.
You can't interfere or disrupt businesses.
That's absolutely right, Greg. Listen, they're unions and they serve a vital and very important purpose. I represent them. Continue to do the great work you do. But there are rules in this law, right? And you have something called the National Labor Relations Act. You have a board which oversees it, and of course, you have rules associated with that. It's an unfair labor practice when you picket ad infinitum. There has to be, at some point, a representational petition.
It's a 30-day rule.
It's a 30-day rule. If you want to picket and protest, do it. But if it's longer than 30 days, allow your members to vote on whether they'd like to be unionized or not, plain and simple.
All right, David, the law says you got 30 days. All right, here's the Walmart letter to the unions, and we'll put it up on the screen. Over the past year, the UFCW, it's a union, United Food and Commercial Workers Union, has orchestrated numerous pickets, mass demonstrations, flash mobs, and other confrontational activities inside and outside Walmart facilities, causing disruptions to business, creating uncomfortable environment and undue stress on Walmart's customers, including families with children. If that is true, they're violating the law.
I don't accept that for being true for a second, Greg. Let them prove that it's the UFCW. And last time I checked, in this country, we do have a First Amendment right to picket, especially for these unfair labor practices, these low wages that Walmart pays their employees. They have every right to picket. It's the workers that are picketing.
Is the group known as Our Walmart part of the people who have been engaging in this activity? Our Walmart. True?
Our Walmart. I have no idea. Okay,
let me represent to you that they are the ones.
Okay.
And in fact, we checked, and with the Labor Department, they have issued a filing saying they are affiliated with the UFCW union.
Well, when you make a salary that's below the poverty rate in this country, and you're making $20,000 a year, and they have destroyed neighborhoods, destroyed our communities, the people have every right to protest against this evil empire.
Joey, the average wage is between $10 and $11 for Walmart employees. That's the industry standard.
Yes, it is. And more importantly than that, you have 1.4 million people in this country who work for Walmart. Now, something that's very significant about that, Greg, is this. Their turnover rate, that is people who leave the company, is less than the national average in that industry. This is, their average 37% turnover rate versus a 44% turnover rate. If they're so horrible of a company, why do people continue to work for them?
Horrible. They've ruined the middle class. They lure these employees, and the millions of employees that work there, for every job that Walmart creates, 3 jobs are lost. You should know that.
Let me ask you this question. How is
community.
Providing low-cost goods harmful to the community?
Well, it's harmful to society. First of all, these low-cost goods come at the backs of workers from overseas, from China and other places where they produce very dangerous goods, as a matter of fact. They bring them back into the United States. This is a dangerous practice.
On the issue,
let's
do a full disclosure here. You represent groups who are opposed to Walmart coming into the New York area.
I very proudly represent those groups.
People should know where you're coming from.
They should know that. I want them to know that. And 40% of the stores in these neighborhoods closed down as a result of Walmart.
I just want to talk for 1 second, if I can, about the law, Because that's what we're here about. And the reality is this. Everybody has to follow what the rules are. And if the rules suggest and otherwise tell you, if you're an employer, you can't discriminate against union activity. And if you're a union member, if you want people to be a part of your union, you allow them to vote, then that's what I think the union in this instance should do. If they're not doing it, an injunction should lie, and they should be prohibited from picketing.
Walmart workers have consistently turned down unionizing.
Well, they have. They've been brainwashed to actually. But to speak about the union, the UFCW has a terrific history of obeying the laws and protecting workers and doing the best for workers and also getting them health care that they could live with.
And I don't dispute that at all, but they should also have a terrific history in following the law. And that following the law would suggest that they allow voters to make that choice. Now, to suggest that they're brainwashed, in my view...
Well, if these workers don't want to make a salary that's above the poverty level,
they've said
they
no.
don't want health care,
They've said
and
no.
they don't want all the things that they should be getting,
Lots
that's
of
beyond
passion.
belief.
All right, gentlemen, we got to leave.